Welcome to Walks with Moss. Today we have just a short little hike up a hill planned. This is my first hike in 2 weeks because I came down with COVID. And it's going to be interesting to see how I cope with going up a hill. This is also Bella's first hike in 2 weeks, so she is just over the moon. You ready to go hiking, buddy? You ready to go hiking? Oh, yes, you are. Let's do it. Yeah. You ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready. Mushroom season is pretty much over, but we still might find a few things like this witch's butter. I just might harvest this on the way back too. Witch's butter really, to me, tastes like the cloud ear fungus that you eat in Chinese soup. And I used to be able to pick those in New Zealand. They don't grow here, but that's okay because we've got witch's butter here. Basically, for the last 2 weeks, I've sat on the couch resting and watching travel videos. Dale Phillips and Bald and Bankrupt. And then another new guy with the last name Phillips as well, who flies all over the place. And I feel inspired. I definitely want to go somewhere sunny as the dark days set in, but I also would like to take another trip to China. So we'll see. We're going to start uphill now. And this is going to be interesting. I expect I'm going to be pretty out of breath because it's only been a little over a week since I tested positive for COVID. Here's a elephant saddle mushroom. I like to eat those sometimes. Here's some Lacaria lucata that's pretty far gone. It sure was abundant this year. It would be really nice to find a chanterelle today, but I don't know. Fingers crossed. It's getting late for chanterelles. Look at all of this witch's butter here. Wow. It's beautiful, isn't it? Cool. We're going to head up that hill right there. There's a nice view up there. We're not going to see that view today, of course, but that's okay. This is just going to be a good test to see how well I can still breathe after my second case of COVID. So let's go up this hill. We are going up the hill for real now, and I'm not too out of breath yet, but both of my hips hurt, and in places they don't normally hurt. I definitely got some extra joint pains going on, but yeah, so far not too much more out of breath than usual anyway. That's a good sign. Bella is wearing a backpack today. She's never had a doggy backpack before. It doesn't have any weight in it. Just got it on her for her to get used to it. Come back, Bella. Come back, honey. And eventually I'll use it, or she'll use it, to carry her food and water in on some of these walks. Be interesting to see. Bella, come back here. Come back. Bella, come here. It'll be interesting to see how well this pack can hold up to what Bella's going to put it through. Come on, sweetheart. But there's no weight in it right now. And this is just a test hike. I'm sure I've got lots of adjustments to do. Well, she's gotten it filthy, but so far she hasn't put any holes in it. It's a bit foggy and eerie, and I can hear logging noises in the distance. But there's witch's butter everywhere. Kind of livens things up. Really sticks out in this fog. Yeah, I'm gonna find lots of witch's butter to harvest on this hike for sure. The logging noises coming from over there somewhere. We won't be going anywhere near that today. We're just gonna go up to the top of this little hill here and have some lunch. I'm starting to feel it a bit more now. A little out of breath, a little lightheaded, but I haven't eaten yet today. But still not too bad, all things considered. Having fun, buddy? Having fun, buddy? It was torture for Bella. My daughter came and took her to the ocean once, but still, she was getting pretty stir crazy. Almost up the worst of the hill. I see some turkey tail mushroom over here. Trimedes versicolor. I'm definitely going to harvest some of that on the way back too. It's medicinal. And I went through some of my stash while I was recovering. Man, just almost every stump out here seems to have some witch's butter on it. It would be nice to find some matsutake up here. It's a bit late, but you never know. This is the kind of place I usually find it, on cut road banks where evergreen huckleberry grows. So I'm going to keep a close eye out for that. I found something. Not sure what this is. It's some sort of leather pouch. And it's got some big pencils. And then a box cutter. I would think it belonged to a brush picker, except I don't think they normally carry pencils. It's a nice pouch. Yeah. I think I'll just leave this all here. Maybe the person who lost it will find it. Home Depot pencils. Yeah. It's generally, I think, only brush cutters that have box cutters out here. But there's not really any brush to be found out here. So I'm not really sure. There's some more witch's butter up there though. Bella just flushed 3 grouse off this hillside. So I predict it's going to be a little while before we see Bella again. That's what she was bred and trained to do. She's not going to catch those grouse. Oh, is she coming back? You're not going to catch him, buddy. You may as well come back. Okay. I think I'll have lunch right here at this clearing with this amazing view. What do you think of this view? Good thing we didn't come up here for the view today. It's a lot of garbage here though. I'm not sure if I actually want to sit in this spot. There's a motorcycle trail right here. Maybe I'll take it one day. I took it up that direction once and it just turned into a whole bunch of brush and a clear cut. But maybe it'll go farther down this way. But today definitely is not the day to be exploring too much. Just getting a little bit of exercise as I recover. Definitely don't want to overdo it. I've decided I'm going to go to the end of this road. It's not much further up. And maybe I'll find some matsutake on the way up. Probably just have lunch up at the dead end, since the view is not going to be any different up there than anywhere else today. This is definitely the kind of place where I would expect to find some matsutake. But I've never actually been hunting for it here before. This is only my second time even going up this hill. I can hear the road down below and some airplanes. We're almost there though. We must be near the top of this thing now. Yeah, we're on the top of the hill. Somebody slaughtered a deer here. At least that's a lot of deer fur right there. And then over here we've got a pretty fresh looking carcass. Oh boy, this might not be where I want to have lunch either. Yes, pretty fresh skeleton there. Smells pretty ripe. Yep, won't be eating lunch here. Yuck. Come on, Bella, let's go. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Bella, come on. I don't want her getting into that. I assume she can get worms and all kinds of nasty stuff if you chews on that. So we'll go back a little ways down the hill. Yeah, that's deer fur. Come on, let's go. Don't need that either. Come on, let's go. I think we'll just go down around the corner here, just far enough away that we can't smell that anymore. And there's actually just a little bit of sun coming through, filtering its way in. It's lunchtime. I found a little lump here to sit on, and I'm going to call it good. Today I've got some of my homemade matsutake soup, which is mostly a broth. It's got a little bit of veg in it, and I added some dehydrated smoked razor clams. And I'm going to pour that into my cook pot, and then use that to rehydrate my noodles. I hope there's enough liquid there to do that. Whoops. And of course, as usual, Bella gets to have half the noodles. So there you go, buddy. So I'll just let that sit there for a while and soak. And hopefully that'll rehydrate and turn into something nice. I've also got a thermos full of coffee with me. My noodles are taking a little bit longer to rehydrate than I hoped. So I put my pot in this cozy, which also doubles as the carrying pouch for my pot. I made it. I actually made it from a fleece sweater that belonged to my late husband. I didn't want to throw away his sweater, but also I didn't want to drag a sweater around with me everywhere, so I repurposed it, made quite a few pouches out of it. While I'm waiting for the noodles to rehydrate, I guess I'll go ahead and start in on my coffee, also in a thermos today. Keeping it simple today. Normally I wouldn't drink or eat anything hot out of plastic to reduce exposure to the chemicals that leach out of plastic. But every once in a while I still will. So, cheers. Time to check again to see if my noodles are done. The pot still feels nice and hot. Yeah, they seem to have fully rehydrated. There they are. Lots of chunks of matsutake in there. Not sure how this is going to taste. I've never tried it quite like this before. Okay, let's give this a try. It's nice, but it's got almost too much salt in it. That won't stop me from enjoying it, though. Yum. Just gonna sit here a while and enjoy being in the woods. Here's a cool little mushroom. I'm not sure what it is. iNaturalist says it's in the genus Inocype, but I don't know. Cool looking anyway. The sun is starting to come out a little bit. There might be a view on the walk down here today. That was an awesome little lunch break. Bella's getting a little bit bored though. For some reason she doesn't enjoy just watching me sit around and drink coffee. She's ready to go, aren't you, buddy? I wish you would eat some of your food. Why don't you eat some of this before we go, huh? Eat some of that. No? Sage would always wait until just as I was leaving after lunch before she would eat her dog food, because she'd hold out her hopes, hoping that she could have my food. And then when she knew she wasn't getting my food and we were leaving, she would gobble down her dog food rather than leave it behind. But not so with Bella. She'd rather run around. Come on, buddy, let's go then. I see a little bit of blue sky up there. But there's still a lot of fog down below. So I don't know if we're going to get a view going out of here today. There's lots of little paths back in the woods here. So I think that box cutter did belong to a brush cutter. I think maybe brush cutters have been back here. But look at that. There's some deer fur too. So these could all be deer trails too, I guess. Just don't know. I don't really see signs of cut brush, but I just see a few more trails than I would normally expect to see in an area like this. What I don't see is any matsutake. Let's go back down the road and see if we can find some views and see how much witch's butter we can harvest. Come on, it's just a nasty old pillow in the woods. Here's a nice big clump of witch's butter, which I guess I will harvest. Don't know if I really need to cut it with a knife. Probably don't. There we go. I'm gonna take this home and wash it up really good and then dehydrate it and have it in my soup all year. And there's witch's butter just everywhere up here. So I'll get as much as I want. I'm not sure how much I actually want, but I'll definitely be getting as much as I want, whatever that amount is up here today. I'm basically in a Christmas tree farm, but not really. Being up here does remind me though that I don't have a Christmas tree yet. I've been too ill to sort one out. Maybe I can get one today. Have a U-cut farm or something on the way home. There's more witch's butter straight over there. Hello, Christmas tree. Moving right along. I think that's all the sun we're going to see today. This is the second shortest day of the year. The solstice is tomorrow. Here's some more witch's butter. Solstice butter. Not so sure about this turkey tail. It might be a little too far gone. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that black color on it. It might be okay. I just don't know. It smells nice. But, yeah, I'm not sure about it. I think I'll leave it be. It's a nice big fruiting of it, though. Off to gather more witch's butter. Here's an old cable from logging. They tend to just leave them behind. Which I guess is okay. It must add some iron to the forest. And this soil here is very iron deficient. Definitely not going to get a view today. So I'll just keep wandering down the hill, collecting witch's butter, only going after the bigger clumps. There's some little ones there. I'll leave those behind. Just going after the big ones. That was kind of fun. Got a little bit of witch's butter here that I can take home and clean off and dehydrate. Sure is slimy stuff. I'm going to have a go at harvesting this last little bit right here. This is actually a massive clump. Oh, this stuff feels so weird. It seems like it's a really good year for witch's butter. You know, I never really thought to harvest it before this year. That's good. I'll leave the rest of this behind on this stump to do its thing. And with that, we're going to hike on out of here. Hopefully nothing too exciting happens on the way out. Last time I hiked out of here, we were startled by gunfire. People were target shooting. Let's see what happens. That's a good dog. Yeah. There's a big old clump of witch's butter right there. But I think I've got enough for now. Bella doesn't seem to mind her backpack. And she does not seem to have damaged it. What is that? Huh. Look at that. I think it's a gyrometra. Great big one. Growing sideways out of a stump. Yeah, I've seen that one before. It's like the saddle gyrometra or something. Apparently you can eat gyrometras if you cook all the toxins out of them and do it outdoors. But I think I'll just leave it here and admire it. There's enough mushrooms in the world that don't require a lot of preparation that I don't really feel the need to eat gyrometras. we've made it to the spot where people were target shooting before, and they did not leave any garbage behind. That is really good to see. No empty shells anywhere. And they were very responsibly shooting into a bank, not across the road. And they stopped when we walked past. But it certainly startled us when we heard that first shot, because we didn't know it was coming. Had no idea that was coming. Here's a great big pile of firewood someone cut up and then just left, and it's just rotting away here in the woods. I should come back here during chanterelle season. This looks like a very chanterelle kind of area. But this is a new to me area. Bella seemed to have tolerated her pack well. You like your doggy backpack, Bella? A bunch of trenches have been dug right through here. I wonder if maybe it's to block an unauthorized vehicle access. Maybe people were four-wheeling around the gate right here. So Green Diamond put an end to it with some trenches. I don't know. We are definitely very close to the gate though. Yeah, I think people could have four-wheeled right through there to get around the gate. Okay, here's a sign that says, "Warning, this area is under video surveillance, smile." That doesn't look like a Green Diamond sign. That's a Green Diamond road there. I wonder if on this side where I'm standing right now, though, maybe this is private property. I hope not. There was definitely an old road going right through there. So these ditches were dug to stop people from driving through here. Not sure if I believe that there's any video surveillance around here, though. If there is, it would pretty much have to be a battery-powered game camera. Definitely nothing is jumping right out at me. But yeah, it does make me wonder if maybe this side of the road is not Green Diamond land, so I better get back over to the road. Just in case I'm trespassing. Come on, Bella, let's get your coat off. Wow, did she get her coat dirty? Or not her coat, her backpack. Come on off. This is going straight in the wash, I'm afraid. Here we go. It's off. Look at the state of that. Brand new doggy backpack. Wow. And with that, this video is done. I'm gonna sit here and have the last couple swallows of coffee and head out. I felt pretty good, considering I'm recovering from COVID. I didn't get out of breath. I don't feel particularly tired. My knees hurt a little bit more than usual. This knee just hurts every once in a while. I don't know why it's been that way for close to 15 years now. Doctors don't know what's wrong other than it's not arthritis, so whatever. Not gonna worry about it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. Maybe go to the ocean. I'm trying to plan a trip to Mexico in a couple of months to get out of this dreariness. I should also do some fishing, as long as the nights are so long and the days are so short. That means I don't have to get up as early to go fishing at sunrise. Yeah, I know what my next hike is going to be. I'm going to take my bike and combine fishing and mushroom hunting. So, until then, cheers!